Hey guys, this is going to be my usual unboxing, build, and review of this new model in the Zoids Wild line. It's called the Spideath. I'm not kidding, Spideath. Because, it was impossible for a name to be dumber than Deathpian, except hold my beer. Anyway, timestamp to the motion footage and the review is in the description below, and for the rest of us, on with the unboxing. All right, let's take a look here. As you can see, this is a small size box because the Spideath is a wind-up model. As we've also seen before, there's no depiction of bone mode on the back here. You just have your regular walking mode and what I guess is the Wild Blast mode. Not sure what this is. Probably just supposed to show that the legs move. A little photo manip here. The usual stuff on the sides. Yeah, nothing too fancy. I mean, this is just sort of a regular standard release. Nothing we're supposed to get too excited about. It's just supposed to be pretty cool, I guess. So, your typical brown digital camo insert here. Nothing in here. We've got 3 bags, A, B, and S, plus the 2 instruction pamphlets as per usual. So let's take a look at what's in these bags. If I can remember how to operate a hobby knife without stabbing myself in the thumb. Oh man. Alright, so A bag. We have this is obviously like the torso, right? Another torso half. Very nicely detailed spider leg. Pistons, tubes, greeblies. If I had to take a wild guess, I'd say there's probably 8 of these. And then we have this looks to be one of the pieces that the legs mount on. The other one looks a bit like brass knuckles. A greebly type thing. This is, I don't know, the head probably. Greebles and more greebles. Now, in the B bag, we have the armor, of course, which, let's just get this out of the way. I hate this collar. This is like lavender purple. I don't know what you would call that, but it's fugly. Yeah, this looks like it probably goes on the underside because this is probably going to line up with the legs here. Wings, side armor, something. Another armor piece. Oh look, a gun. Nice. I almost thought that was a Gatling gun at first, but okay. Spideath has a gun. Bonus points for that, definitely. That is, whoops, sorry. That's weird. Looks like if a dog had a hockey mask or something. I mean, this is probably the face, but I mean, I have to see how that goes on, I guess. And here we have, actually, I have no idea what these are going to do. And finally, in the bag, which is the S, we have stuff. It's the sticker sheet. The pilot's name is Yukon. It's a cool logo here. It's got this little spider web design in the back. Freedom, which I still think looks like the Pokemon logo. I'm sorry. And the usual stuff. There's the eye piece, which look, they're all in one part here. I'm gonna keep this in the plastic bag as usual, but we have our little wind-up motor here. This is, I guess, is the wheels because, whoops, because this Zoid actually rolls on wheels. It doesn't really walk on its legs, does it? There's a yeah, one of these motorcycle type pilots, bunch of gears, and rubber caps. These are curious to see how well this is going to show up once the video is converted and compressed and on YouTube. But these are a really sort of nice dark greenish color, actually. It's kind of a shame the rest of it isn't in a nicer color. Anyway, yeah, that's what's in the bags. Nothing particularly exciting, of course. There's not that much here. It's a wind-up Zoid, so it's supposed to be simple, and that's a good thing. So I'm just going to stop the camera real quick, and then we're going to start building. All right, so first things first, we have to insert the motor into the torso, like so. Next, we attach this wheel to, make sure I don't put this on the wrong way around somehow. This goes on here. Then a purple piece, whoops. Yeah, see, this is the bottom of the front part of the torso, like I thought it would be. There's also something that I am supposed to attach on the back here. That'll be this. There we go. And then the rest of the gears. The thin one, oh wait, I'm supposed to put this one on first. And it goes on here. And then this one goes on here. And yeah, that appears to be correct. Although, I don't know, looking at the instructions, it looks like this is supposed to be this way around. This one looks the same on both sides. I don't know if that made a difference, but let's just stick with what the instructions say. Next we close up the torso. Like that. And then we put the wheels on through here. Come on. Okay, this axle is supposed to be flat somewhere. Here we go. Like so. All right, here we go. Now, this is this is actually not really a gun. This is the wind-up key. See, goes in here. It's a good opportunity for me to test the mechanism real quick, of course. Now, we are supposed to shove this in the back, and of course I'm gonna do it upside down first because can't have a Zoids Wild build video without me making an ass of myself. Alright, that looks correct. Now these two parts that I was wondering about earlier, this one goes on here like that. Oh, this is going to drive the movement of the legs from the look of it. Yeah, see, these are resting on these taps here on the wheels, which are going to make them move up and down. Okay, now, these two greebly bits. This one goes here, like that. And then the other one goes on top. Like that. Okay, here we go. And that secures all of this in place. Now we attach the head like so. This thing is starting to look a lot bigger than I expected it to be. So pretty decent size for a wind-up model. Okay, these two. And yeah, the thing is, it looks like I did do this correctly. Oh, I'm supposed to fold them up like this. Okay, never mind. Evidently, I can now no longer even assemble a wind-up Zoid without making an ass of myself. Here we go. Now we attach the legs. These are all the same, right? Yeah. Like this. And they're going to be held in place, sort of, by rubber caps. Kind of loose though. Well, yeah, I'm guessing that's intentional. You know, they're going to bump up and down as it walks, which does make this kind of a pain in the ass to do, though. So, one at a time. Then this goes in here, and then the cap goes on here. And this one goes in here. And we secure it with the cap, ja. Und this. And this one goes here. Come on. Cap. And another cap. Maybe don't try to do it the wrong way around. This one. And it looks like that's all the caps on this thing, because I now have 2 left, and you know how that goes. 2 caps left means that's all the ones we're using, because there's always 2 left. You know, so far, looks pretty cool. You mess with the instructions here real quick. Okay. You know, actually, at this point, the instructions are telling me that I can wind it up now. So this is actually meant to be bone mode. Weird that that's not on the box. So let's do that real quick. Whoops. Or throw it on the floor. Hold everything as usual. And twisten the Kranken, ja. You guys having fun watching me do this? Dun 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 dun. Ah, come on, that's enough. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna say unimpressive. I don't know what that looked like on camera. Obviously, I'm gonna shoot some better footage afterwards. But that was not much to look at right there, if you don't mind me saying. Okay, now, these wing-looking things are actually the bottom of its torso armor, which attaches like this. And then we put this on, and the other 2 on the eyes, and we're done. Supposedly it doesn't matter which order I do this in. This is kind of cool how this lines up here. This goes on here. Now the dog's hockey mask, I think, goes here, if I'm seeing this correctly. Right. And I'm also supposed to attach the eyes at this point, of course. Let's do that. If I can get this out of here. That might have worked better without putting the armor on first. Yeah, let's take this back off. Okay, so this slots in here. And then this goes back on here. Yeah, you're going to want to put the eyes on before you put this on. Okay, we're done. Of course, pilot. That's what those two holes are for. Okay, not one of the ones where the pilot doesn't stay in place. And we are finished. Yeah, you know, first impressions looks pretty cool, but you know what's next. I'm gonna slap the stickers on this guy, and then I will see you at the photo booth, which is in fact in this direction, through a door and past two walls, but it is in that direction, trust me. Back in a second. So here it is in motion. As you can see, it's very obviously the wheels that propel it forward, and the legs really, I don't know, they barely move at all. It's also slow and doesn't get very far. Up close you can see the movement of the legs a bit better, but it's still, yeah, there's not a whole lot going on here. Now to switch it to Wild Blast mode, you kind of have to transform it. You unhook the pilot seat, lock it in place up here, then you unhook the legs, and you fold these armor pieces forward for support. And that's what that looks like. Now, in this mode, the legs move a good bit more than in the regular walking mode, and honestly, I actually think this works better. So, let's start with the good. Every time I pick this Zoid up and look at it from this angle, I'm struck by how cool it looks. It really captures the threatening look of a spider perfectly, and that's a first in the almost 40-year history of Zoids. Here's a comparison with Spider Zoid from the European release if you don't know what I mean. You'll never hear me poo-pooing the whiteheads, of course, but let's face it, this thing doesn't look like a spider. And neither does its roided up counterpart from Rebirth Century. Many of us have been saying for years, if not decades, that we wish there was a motorized spider that's at least somewhat anatomically accurate, and now we finally got one. Except for the ridiculous positioning of the legs. Look at that. They're all facing forward. And that's the problem here, of course. The legs are positioned in such a way that they couldn't possibly support the Zoid's torso, and so they had to resort to basically having it roll on wheels while its legs sort of wobble around a bit. And it seems to me that this had to be done so that the Wild Blast mode would work, plain and simple. Now, it's really cool that they actually pulled this off, you know, a small wind-up model that completely transforms into two different walking modes, but you know me, I'd rather have a better Zoid with no Wild Blast. Other than that though, there's no denying the Zoid looks cool. Like I said during the build, I'm not a fan of the lavender purple, but it looks okay in combination with the black. The overall design is nice and mechanical, and well, like I said, it actually looks like a frickin' spider, and we've waited long enough for that. So that's it for this one, guys. I had fun making this, so I hope you had fun watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in a few days with the Fang Tiger.
RoboShop.